I started off going to church as a young girl, about 14, 15 years old. I was very involved in youth ministry, working with kids. Went to a Christian college, got out of a Christian college and started working in a church, and started dating someone in church and got pregnant. And I felt like I had to protect Jesus' reputation. And so I made the choice of having an abortion, mainly because of all the things I'd heard that, it's just a circumstance. Once it's over, it's over. This will fix all your problems. And I walked out of that clinic messed up in ways that I didn't even know could exist. For someone who was a Christian who knew forgiveness, but from then on I didn't know how to walk in it. I thought it was for everybody else, but it would not work for me because of what I'd done. I had so much guilt and shame. I got married. I had a son who has cerebral palsy, who's in a wheelchair. And immediately the lie I began to believe was that if anyone knew what I had done, that they would think that was God's judgment on my sin. So after Satan had talked me into having the abortion, he talked me into, and I say he talked me into it because I was smarter than all of this. I knew the truth, but I began to believe that if anyone knew and they thought that about my son, I couldn't live with that. So I covered it up. I groveled my way to the altar over and over again, asking the Lord to forgive me. But I could not grasp forgiveness because I continued to think about what I had done. The guilt and shame was just too big for me. I didn't know other people existed. I thought I was the only one who had ever done this horrible thing. And when I walked in that room and sat down in a group of 10 people and all of them had a story to share, it absolutely blew my mind. I cried from the minute I walked in that door until I left that night because I was just so broken over what I had been through and what I watched them go through. It was the beginning of a long journey of healing, because at that point, when Sheila looked at me and said, "If Satan will use the innocence of a handicapped child to hold you in bondage to your past, he will stop at nothing." And it really turned on a light that I didn't even know existed. And for the first time, I began to understand the concept of forgiveness and being able to call Jesus my Redeemer, because he redeemed it all. It was amazing, the process of healing that took place in my life. And after that, I began to teach the class and share the story and walk with other people. And there's been tons of people. When I say tons, I mean over 100 women and some men that I've worked through the class with, one-on-one, in groups, just helping them understand the concept of forgiveness the way I finally got it in my own life. And it's an incredible journey to get to share that healing process with them and watch God change their lives the way He did mine.